Hey y'all. Um, this is coming from today's news, and we've been on Young Thug here lately. Cause when you start talking about Young Thug, people didn't know that it was gonna take over some more situations, more people. Okay, but I kind of did. But anyway, Young Thug gone into police custody after being named as swept RICO violation uh, indictment. Now, um, Young Thug and Connie didn't allegedly didn't do anything to anybody. They there for racketeering, okay? That means that if I am see, he is the leader of his record business, okay? The game part, I don't know. I don't know. But when you had a snitch like Gotti, Yet Gotti, that means we don't know what he told him or told, okay? But y'all listen to this, okay? Um, we do know that Young Thug helped a lot of young people make it in life, even in school, a lot of teenagers. Okay? Let's listen to this about the racketeer now. Because they getting this man through his music. Okay? They getting him through his music, and when you start saying through his music, you don't know what that young man, the Monte man, told them. Let's listen to this.
It's all part of one racketeering conspiracy. But that's not all. The DA claims these artists' art is itself criminal evidence, citing their lyrics 11 times in that indictment. So in trying to prove real...
And what he's saying is they're gonna take the lyrics that these two guys here put in their music and go against them with it. Now that's wrong how they doing this. The only reason why I don't think it's fair right is because at that time, racketeering in 2016 didn't, putting stuff in your music didn't matter. Now, a couple things that they put in their music, they've been doing that for years. You got Johnny Cash. He put some things in his music that about listen to all these lyrics y'all people made, and they got killing in it, robbing and killing, da 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 da, and they're not charged for anything when they got locked up. But just as soon as these two guys put conspiracy inside of their music, they was target. Okay, let's go ahead.
Crimes in the street, the indictment keeps going back to art from the studio. And prosecutors say they know that art does have some First Amendment protection, but they argue, well, if the lyrics reveal real criminal intent.
So what they trying to say is they gonna have to really prove this on Young Thug, and let me put it on their face. They're gonna have to really prove this on Young Thug and Gunna. Let me put it on them. See, they're gonna have to really prove that the lyrics, that the art that they rap has anything to do with what happened. How are they gonna do that? They can't. They can use their lyrics, but how? I think he's gonna get out of this. I think these two young men's gonna get out of this because they haven't committed a crime. Okay. Let's skip it a little bit. Now, what he's going to do is a good idea. I like what he said. He's going to take these three white supremacists and he's going to show y'all how they use certain words, lyrics in their music. And when they got locked up, they didn't use those lyrics against them. But I don't understand.
Didn't happen to Jack Sparrow, government named Johnny Depp, in a case that was about violence. Didn't happen to Eric Clapton, who was arrested for drugs. No. When many of these white artists ran into the law, past or recent, their artistic fiction is treated as fiction. While right now, prosecutors are treating fiction by prominent black artists as if it were fact.
You understand what he's saying? That they are using fiction in black artists' music to indict them. Is it right? I'm not taking up for no one. I'm just telling y'all that. Y'all remember I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. He didn't shoot the sheriff. He didn't shoot the deputy. But they want to indict black men, black artists for fictional. That's fiction. They don't have to be telling the truth in that music. Okay, look at these two music right here. Okay, wait, let me show y'all. I like how he broke this down. Okay, hold up, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, that's what they do. They are taking the black artists in music and turning it into their art. They are turning it into crime. And I don't think that's right. Now look at this. He said, now he got locked up. And they didn't use this against him. I shot the sheriff. I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. And here you go here with Thug. I never killed anybody. Had something to do with that body. That don't mean that's fiction. That's fiction. He didn't go to jail for it, but he went to jail for it. What color is he? And what color is? No, we're not doing that. But that's what it is. That's what they using this fiction. I never killed anybody. Had something to do with that body. That don't mean nothing. That really doesn't mean anything. And right here, it get I never killed anybody, but got something to do with that body. That don't mean that he had something to do with that body.
Verse with the lines, I got something to do with that body, and I get all types of cash. I'm a general is a quote overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy. So just those song lyrics alone are offered as an entire element of the crime. In law, that's called an
It's a crime. See, what he shouldn't have done was, if it was a crime dealing with that situation, he shouldn't have made a song about it. But that's what the drill rappers are doing. I didn't know that Thug was a drill rapper. I know drill music used to do, but it means an overt act because you omitted it in your music, even though it's fiction. Okay, let's listen to this.
involved or directed that violence. Well, that's a different story.
Hold on, y'all. Let's talk about fictional. Let him bring that down to you.
And fictional evidence, I got to tell you, seems pretty weak for a big case. A stronger case might feature more physical evidence, or real people testifying rather than quoting songs. And prosecutors may yet bring more of that at trial. Kitchens, who I told you about, faces one count, basically of being accused of being in the gang where other people did.
So what they are doing, y'all, can I explain to y'all what they are doing? I'm trying to break it down, reacting to this. Fictional, the reason why they want to use the fictional evidence is because people are afraid to talk. That the witnesses is afraid of YSL members. So they're afraid to talk. They was already told not to talk. So if they talk, they figure that something was going to happen. So what they want to do is let go by the fictional evidence instead of witnesses. See, they using their music. They're trying to use their Thug and Ghana and all his crew music to indict them. Okay? That's what they are doing. Hold up.
Made art mentioning violence, or whether people call him King Slime. Now, anyone fairly convicted of violent crime should be punished. Period. Fannie Williams, the new DA down there, has applied a fast and aggressive approach to this celebrity case. But she's also proven slower in the most significant issue on her whole docket about this infamous demand by Trump to get illegal voter fraud in Georgia.
You can make contact with these civilizations and you do not need the government. Look at the evidence. It's happening.
Now, do y'all understand? Do y'all understand what they are doing here? You see what Trump doing? Did you see what Trump doing?
Look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find.
Okay, here go Trump. This is what Trump's saying. Now, he's trying to use this to be the president again. Trump's called. Trump. So look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which one more than we have. Y'all got to understand what he's trying to do right there. He's trying to use saving these guys, locking these guys up behind bars to win his election.
11,780 votes. This is one more than we have.
This is all part of the new Atlanta DA's pursuit of several different cases, and she's made waves for that gang indictment, while also moving slowly, as mentioned, in the probe of Trump's efforts to seal Georgia, where the DA has been doing witness interviews.
It said up to 50 subpoenas. I'm going to say subpoenas. Expected as grand jury begins Trump inquiry. Witnesses both well known and obscure.
And gotten key testimony from the now pretty famous elections official, Brad Raffensperger. He was the one who, of course, defied Trump's demand to find illegal votes in Georgia on the other end of that infamous phone call. He risked his career and...
Okay, all it is here is politics. Rapping is politics. Whether y'all didn't know it or not, music is politics, okay? Now let's go back and look at Young Thug with Trump. Watch this.
Mindset. And yet Trump may get away with it. While a young man who performs as Young Thug is facing the full powers of this same prosecutor, full speed ahead. No slow multi-year grand jury review, no hesitance about throwing just any kind of evidence at him. So you look at these cases together with the same DA at the same time, and you gotta ask, what else would Trump have to do to face the full powers of this DA? Does he need to get a stage name? Maybe Old Thug? Does he need to drop a diss record against Mike Pence? What kind of steps would he have to take to get treated like these other defendants in the same jurisdiction?
I'm going to tell you, let me go back right here. Okay. Let me go back, let y'all know what they doing right here. Let me tell you something. Okay. If you're going to go back and punish Thug for political reason, then Thug gonna get out of this. He's gonna get out of this because, like I said, they are still using fictional in politics, vote and rights to against what's going on in the streets. It's political. Young Thug case is very political, and it's a lot to it. Look, y'all, this is your girl, the real deal, Lanita Gill. All I got to say is be safe, stay out of trouble, And let's hear what they talking about this part right here, because these my
For their
artists.
art. Leaders condemn that speech when they offer it as practically like violence itself. And that's the broader thing here I want to make sure you see tonight, because the playbook is old, it is bipartisan, and now as crime rates rise again.
Hold on, let me see what he said about Tupac. Let me take it back. I tell you, let's go back a little bit, just a little bit.
Embedded across law, politics, and culture. There's a totally different set of rules and a fixation on the supposed specter of black male violence at every turn across history. And there's a crackdown on artists, black artists, who dare to reflect or confront these conditions I'm describing, even with mere words or their art.
Did y'all hear that? Now you just heard it from him. He just told you. He just told you. He just told you. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.